Ja.
Solomon here.
Alpha. Welcome to Florida Cricket Oval in Ziban, Njeru, Uganda. My name is Alpha. It's the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup, one of a kind in this region. The weather right now is partly cloudy and it's showing signs of rain, but all in all we are seeing some scattered blue skies. So without forgetting that, and this is game number 5 on day 3 of the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup. I would want to take you to the center where my colleague is for the toss.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to match day 3 of the Mukono T20 Cup. Here for the coin toss between Njeru Worriors and Mukono Development. The home captain will toss.
Tails it is. Tails the call. It's a tail.
But this is off the strip.
That's fine, it's fine. Don't worry.
That's the call there.
Tails is the call, and
You have to ball first.
here with me is Edwin Nwagaba, captain of Njeru Warriors. You won the toss. What will you do?
We are going to ball first.
Any reason why?
We are better balling side, so we want to limit this guy first. We want to score to chase.
Okay, thank you very much. Captain Fahad Mutagana of the Mukono Development. You lost. Edwin has chosen to bat. To ball, sorry.
Basically, our plan was batting first, so definitely our toss can be outside.
Coming off the loss, what do you intend to do different today?
I will look at strengthening our batting because it's our strength. So coming forward, we want to get some good score.
All the best, gentlemen, and back to you guys.
As we get back, the same wicket that was used the previous two days is what is going to be used on this day 3 of the Mukono T20 Cup. Solomon, I welcome you back from the toss.
Thank you, Alpha. Good morning, viewers, once again. Florida Cricket Oval. That is the venue for match day 3 of the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup, brought to you by our sponsors, Kingsley Children's Medical Center in Mukono, Deep End Sports Media, who are bringing you those live pictures, Mukono Cricket Community, and Cricket Uganda, the ruling body of cricketing in Uganda. Alpha, we have had 2 days of fast-paced action. What do you expect this morning?
Apparently, with the way I see the wicket, it's still a flat wicket maintained by the groundsman. Well done. Good work from the groundsman, and the first team, chances are there for the first team to score big highly in this.
You spoke about the weather. We had early showers, and then it still looks slightly overcast. Will this play a role to the sides playing this morning?
Yes, I see it. It will be possible for them to be able to score highly. When the batters come in, they compose themselves in. It's just a matter of composing themselves in and then be able to execute all their abilities.
Njeru Warriors winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. 1 win so far in this tournament. This will be their second game. Mukono Development coming from a tough loss. And as you can see on the team log, Mukono Development and Kayunga Titans having not scored any points yet. What should we expect from Mukono?
apparently what we expect from Mukono is to tighten up, pull up their nerves, and then be able to get at least a win, their first win from this. So the table standings go as Lugazi Trekkers played one match and with 3 points, they are the ones leading on the table with a net run rate of 2.1. Comes in Buvuma Sailors, who are number 2 with 3 points. So when we come back to the previous first day, the games that were played were Lugazi Trekkers versus Kayunga Titans. And it was a 10-over game whereby Lugazi Trekkers won by 21. They managed to score 104 for 1. And Kayunga Titans only ended on 83 for 5 for 5. Didn't manage to take it to the end. We came to the second game. That was the afternoon, where we had Njeru Worriors versus Buyikwe Gladiators. Buyikwe Gladiators managed to score 90 for 9, and Njeru Warriors came in to chase the score and won by 3 wickets, passing the target to 92 for 7.
In the last game of yesterday, match day 2, we had Buyikwe Gladiators against the Kayunga Titans, with the Gladiators setting a score of 126 all out, but Kayunga unfortunately ended on 86 runs, thereby the Gladiators winning by 40 runs. We've had fast-paced cricket, exciting action out there in the middle, some outstanding performances with bat and ball, and also in the field. Alpha?
As we all know, there has been lots of action-packed batting, hitting the ball all over, hitting sixes into the forest. But as it comes to the outstanding performers with the bat, we have Chris Kidega leading the table with 50 runs. Nwagaba Edwin with 30. Sorry for that. Simon Sesazi with 37, and then Nwagaba Edwin with 37. Then when it comes to the bowling stats, we have Yunus Sawobi having 5 wickets. And in those 5 wickets, he has only been managed to be hit in 14 runs. Then we have Adam Kasiv with 4 wickets for 14. Okwalinga Emmanuel and Lutaya Ronald both having 4 wickets each, respectively.
When you look at the composition of the teams, it is a mixture of experience and the schoolboys, most who belong to Mukono cricket community. The batting performers proving true to form are senior players, and also, but the youngsters putting up their hands with the ball. We can see Akena Innocent managed to snare 3 wickets for 8 runs. Okwalinga Emma as well in yesterday's game picked up 4 wickets for 15 runs. So each and everyone has contributed, and we look forward to another thrilling game this morning.
It's live now at let's get back on the ground. It's live at Florida Cricket Oval. The game between Njeru Warriors versus Mukono Development. Putting on green, and those are the fielders of Njeru Warriors. Then the ones batting are putting on purple. That is Mukono Development.
The temperatures might be low, but we hope that the cricket will get us warm this morning. We have umpire Gloria Obukol at the forest end with umpire Mike Okoth. We will be bowling first from the forest end. Yunus Sawobi with the ball.
Oh, shot then. 4 runs there.
You can see there is a shuffle in Mukono Development's batting lineup with Chimpasa coming in to open. He's an opener, and in the last game that they lost, he was shuffled down the order. But this time round, a nice Baig playing off his legs for the first boundary of the first ball, making up for the golden duck that he made yesterday.
Oh, sweetly guided. Oh, they managed to get 2 runs of that, and as everyone was expecting, thinking it's a 4, but it all goes from the goes out from the umpires.
Great effort from Ejok Francis at fine leg to prevent a certain boundary. I told you that bowling at a batter's leg should come with a warning that you will be put away. And while Sowobi adjusts his line, Anais puts him away. Great work out in the field by the youngsters. Usually the difference between winning and losing all lies in how you utilize the power play. And Baig off to the races, wasting no time. The ball stopping on its own at the boundary. That is the dugout for Mukono Development. The youngsters all out with their eyes on the field, soaking it all in. Baig looking to make amends for yesterday's performance, not troubling the scorers at all.
Beautifully hit over deep mid wicket, and that's a 6. Smashed by the youngster out there.
Chimpasa is very strong against the fast balls, able to use the speed and pace of the bowler to take it away. A glorious shot off the feet, as you can see in that picture, using his wrists well.
Well balanced, able to pick it up and take it over deep mid wicket for 6.
Very composed young man, not faced by pace. He will play his shots, and he must be having fun out there. And with that, we've come to the end of the first over. 16 runs on board for no loss. A nice Baig and Chimpasa going about their business for Mukono Development.
Look at the recap. He stands still, guides it, and there he gets a boundary. He does the same. He just pedals it out.
Brilliant effort in the field from Ejok Francis.
With the way Anas displays all all his abilities, his mentals. He is able to perform all to his best. Once he sticks in there for Team Mukono development, he will be able to take on the team, add on more, pile in more runs with the technique he has.
And back to the live action, we have a Jock Francis coming in from the highway end. Left arm bowler. Usually we have the left-right combination in batting. We have that with the bowlers, with the Jock Francis. Left arm pace. Another player who plays for Mukono development team in the cricket league, but today turning out for Njeru Worriors.
Well bowled, young man. Straight through.
It's okay. Keep playing. It's okay.
And it goes to the wicket keeper.
Chimpasa has to be careful not to play back to a full ball, to keep his composure. Plenty of balls, and the longer you stay at the wicket, the bigger the ball becomes.
Go. No.
Good call with the ring fielders fully alert.
As the way it's standing, Chimpasa must be thinking of how can I be able to compose myself to create at least a run out of this ball.
Sometimes you have to agree and respect the bowler with the lines he's bowling. It is all part of the game to absorb and soak pressure and then punish the bad balls. So he should not be in a hurry to score runs. It is only the second over of the game. And is bowled by a Jock Francis.
Akapira kakumire mubanga.
His innings come to an end, having played and missed a very straight ball that dislodges his middle stump. That is the fall of the first wicket for Mukono development. A Jock Francis spearing it in full, but Chimpasa missing it, and he has to depart.
Ball was in the line, and then he played a wrong line, totally a wrong line. Well balanced, well positioned, but the way he executed it, it was a wrong line for him to execute such a shot.
In the shot you could see he was trying to play that ball to the onside, and it was a fully straight ball. Mukono development losing their first wicket in the second over. The score still stands at 16 runs.
New batter gets in, Ogeng Roth. He was so good with the ball yesterday. Here he gets in as batter number 3 for Mukono development.
He's a capable batter. It is the bat of the left-handers.
Over.
Ogenroth Kenneth batting left-handed, but bowling right-handed. And that marks the end of the second over. 16 runs on board for the loss of 1 wicket. The run rate is 8 runs per over. The Warriors managing to drop it down from the 16 that it was. Jock Francis snaring that wicket in the second over.
That was brilliant bowling from Jock Francis. He managed to get a maiden wicket. Back on the attack.
A recap of that wicket, maiden wicket. And Sowobi is back in the attack. Offers by Widith and he puts it away.
Hit it so hard to square, to point, and then, but he found a wall there of Stephen Wabose. Uganda is international, and he brings in some more flavor in team Njeru Worriors. It's nice to see him around, going to play with the kids. So many young boys are going to learn a lot from him. He's also a wicket keeper, fielder, and batter. Oh, what a fumble in there. 4 runs. 4 runs for Mukono Development.
Fielders unable to stop that ball from... Oh, the young man slides. Footwear, he will blame. But the keeper guilty of missing that. That should be bread and butter balls into his gloves.
Oh! Bowled out. Trying to play across. There is Ogengworth. Loses his wicket for no run. Well bowled from Sowobi. Yunus, apparently the wicket taker in this Mukono T20 Cup tournament.
He adds another wicket to the 5 he's already snared. A man in the bowling business. A conference in the middle. As we have a look at that wicket, Ogenroth guilty of not moving his feet in line with the ball. And it is straight work from Yunus Sowobi.
Oh, it was played on. It was such a thick inside edge.
Thick inside edge, but all that comes from not moving your feet. We see Roberto Willie making his way to the middle. Wicket-keeper bat. Plays for Budo Sisi in the cricket leagues of Uganda. Student at St. John's Kauga SS. A man that is experienced. If you will recall Alpha, St. John's Kauga competed in the schools week boys finals against Mwiri. So he comes in with a lot, but was unable to see the match through and propel his side to victory. What has he got this morning? 3 balls to first from Sowobi.
That's a wide. Poorly angled by the bowler. Sowobi, man, boy with lots of experience in this team, couldn't afford to be bowling that.
There is, when the right hand, left hand combination here for Sowobi's first ball, third ball, with Ogen having been a lefter.
Quick on the wickets. 1 run there. A call. Genda. Meaning go. That was in the local language here.
Put on your jets. It's time to run. A quick slice in the slips region gets Owiri off the mark.
Well ball from Sarobi. Forcing Anas Baig on the back foot. You give him time, you pitch it up. He's so good on the front foot. He can blaze you all over, hits you all over the park, as long as you pitch it up for him there. But to keep him on the back foot, you can easily get his wicket there.
Baig is a man on a mission. He will feel that he didn't contribute in yesterday's game, so he's back with vengeance.
It's good to see fans, young boys from schools, coming in to watch their fellow mates here at Florida Cricket Oval. And end of over number 3. The score is 24 for 2. Anas Baig having 11 in 6 and Willie Robert 1.
A healthy run rate, you would say, 8 per over. If they can maintain that, they will easily cross the 100 run mark. The highest score in this tournament so far has been 126 runs from the Buikwe Gladiators. Also Buvuma Sailors coming close with 117. So runs are at a premium. The quicker you get to 100, the better for you and the more chances for you to win. A joke continues from the highway end, but bowling to the slips rather than to his wicket keeper for a wide.
Anas Baig recently played in the Under-19 World Cup qualifiers that was hosted by Tanzania. Whoa! Beautifully bowled. Anas Baig. Wrong line. Well composed. Goes in and plays the wrong line in there. Well bowled from a joke. Francis. Beautifully.
Picking up his second wicket is a joke Francis. And you could see the celebration. Baig falling early again for 11 runs in 6 balls. Good scoring rate, but guilty of facing few balls. Committed to the shot, trying to hit it, but he was nowhere in the picture. Great bowling from Ejok Francis, as you will see in that replay. Surprised by the pace, and the celebration goes up.
Look at how he was composed. Wrong line. Pitched up ball. Going across. Anas Baig.
With that fall of that wicket, in comes the captain himself, Fahad Mutagana, Ugandan Under-19 international, member of Uganda's emerging side, Uganda Air, captain of the man who is going to bowl for him in the cricket league. But right now, both playing for different teams in this inaugural Mukono T20 Cup here at Florida Cricket Oval. The sky is getting more and more overcast, and believe you me, rain is expected. Definitely Dakwa Lewis will come into play, so the teams have to be cognizant of that and get on with it quick and rapidly.
All in all, nature is nature, and nature at its cost. Who knows?
It is very difficult to fight nature, as it always wins. A joke back. I told you, bowling at the feet of any batter comes with a warning. Bowlers are aware And so are the batters, realizing that that will just be a freebie. Fahad Mutagana off the mark with a tickle down, fine leg. Having scored few runs as well in their previous match. A shot of the skies, turning more and more grey.
Wide.
As are the prospects of one of these teams, as one will emerge victors or loser. A joke guilty of the freebies. Beautiful shot off the legs from Mutagana in your shot. Desperate chase from the man at shot 5.
Can they make two?
Another
Can they make two? Oh, poor throw on that. Who knows what would have happened if they had thrown it so fast by Robbie in there.
Mutagana very rapid in between the wickets, turning singles into doubles. So the fielders in the ring have to be fully alert and aware. But a joke still bowling the leg stump line. Adjust that well, and Mutagana unable to put it away.
Beautiful Yorker there. Tries to take it, tries to hit it to the covers, but he finds Stephen Wabose. Solid at covers, stops it and doesn't allow any run to.
Probably the most experienced man in the field, patrolling covers. And Mutagana will leave that ball well and truly alone. A good line from a joke, which brings us to the end of the 4th over. Mukono development in a spot of bother, losing 3 wickets so far and posting 32 runs. A joke Francis, 2 wickets in his 2 overs, conceding 8. All the action is happening out here in Njeru, in the serene and sedate surroundings of Njeru. Florida Cricket Oval. The fans are out there watching. Bamitali in the attack from the forest end, and welcomed with the fielder guilty of a lackadaisical effort at the boundary. As a boundary rider, you are put there to prevent the ball from crossing that line. Poor execution by the fielder gifts Mutagana, Owiri 4. Owiri struck painfully on the arm, which will bring a break to the play. And the umpires will have to perform a welfare check.
Umpire Gloria Obuko goes in to check with her fellow umpire Michael Okoth. A little bit of pain. It must have felt it. That is all. That must have been a lot of pain for him. and he says he's fit to play. He can be able to face another ball. Robert Owili stands in firmly, but that was good execution of his boundary. The previous ball he hit for 4. Excellent performance, strong performance indeed. Young boy.
Owiri unable to put that ball away in your shot, receiving a painful blow, as we used to call it, injection.
He misses that too. He needs to get down. He needs to compose himself on how to pull that. Get in line with the ball and pull it. He doesn't need to pull while moving away.
Mitali Ethan, the bowler from the Forest End. Very smooth run up. The perfect gather and quite few. Great stop at fine leg from Ejok Francis.
Steady performance there by Ejok Francis. Stopping a flow and allowing them to take only 1 run.
The ball seeming to follow him anywhere, everywhere, but up to the task as well. Great effort.
Off stop.
The youngsters will be quite grateful for such an opportunity that pits their wits and their skills against seasoned campaigners, building up their wealth of experience.
Wait, that's it.
And Mitali keeping Mutagana honest with that ball. Learning from the seniors each and every passing match. Mutagana rocking back on his feet, pulling that for 1 at square leg. Beautiful shot of the bird in your picture. That should be a not a peacock in your shot, but surrounded by trees and the forest is Florida Cricket Oval, where all the live action is coming to you in the serene surrounds of Njeru, Ziba to be exact, right here on the Njeru Highway. It's a weekend, as the song says, and the invite is open to all the fans to come out and enjoy. A joke back again, bowling a bit of width.
Fahad Mutagana misses that with all the experience he has. Well composed, but he tries to open up his blade on a yorker.
For that shot, the skies grey and heavy with rain. But the action still.
Oh, that's a wide. That seems to be like a fattish wide.
A joke bowling to the gully area instead of the strip. his radar going astray and betraying him.
Why?
Precious runs. That is 5 runs as the white ball has crossed the boundary, and the skipper of the Warriors may have to have a word with his bowler and his wicket keeper. Dismal performance from the bowler.
Well guided in there by the captain himself, Fahad Mutagana. Well in. He guides it in between. Nobody chases and nobody move. 4 runs. 4 runs. Struck by Fahad Mutagana. He gets to 11. 10 balls.
Classic placement there. Hit where there is no man. And the rewards are great.
No.
A joke trying to target the tram lines at the batsman's end. Bowling wide of the wicket. Effort ball from the young man, as you can see, leaving him laying flat on the turf. Completes his over. A bit expensive. 11 runs coming off it. And that marks the end of the 6th over, with a score at 48 runs, with the loss of 3 wickets for Mukono Development. Fahad Mutagana steadily building up his innings, 11 in 13. Kept company by Owili Robert, 6 in 5.
End of the first power play. And they are 48 in this. Moving at the strike rate of 88. Mukono Development have a chance of getting to the 100 mark. Once they continue like this, target for them of what they want to have could be between 100 and 120 and 140. Both! Both! Fast delivery.
Ali Balidawa, fast ball, balls his captain for the school team, Owili Robert. But this time putting on the colors of Njeru Warriors and his captain, Mukono Development. Very good ball that gets rid of Owili. Connection from the pads onto the wicket.
How is that?
4 wickets down at the start of the 7th over. 48 runs for Mukono Development. The batting seeming not to click for Mukono Development. No one having a good start. All able to stay on the crease long enough.
Right about now, they need to make sure they get, they create partnerships. Let them build partnerships. These partnerships will help them on how to score highly. Otherwise, wickets are going to fall early and I doubt if they can make it to the 100, or if they will pass the 100 mark. Little drops of rain coming up, but they won't stop play from taking on. The umpires just consulting themselves and checking on what is going on with the other players. Let's see what comes up.
Alpha, we are deep in Chagwe, Njeru, Buyikwe, Lugazi, Mukono, Kayunga. No, sorry, Kayunga, not Kayunga. But all those regions, those places found in Chagwe region, infamously known for men and women that are able to bend nature to their will. The tournament director might have somebody on speed dial as the weather tries to take precedent here on match day 3 of the T20, of the Mukono T20 Cup, inaugural edition. A slight break in play, but action will be coming to you. Mukono Development against Njeru, against Njeru Worriors. Mukono yet to score any points on the log. Ali Balidawa bowling to Rubankene, the new batter out there in the middle.
Back onto the attack. Ali Balidawa spears it in, and wicketkeeper fumbles with that, but still limit them from getting a single. With the way Ali Balidawa is bowling, it seems he might beat the batsman. Working hand in hand with the wicketkeeper, line and length. Where he needs to spin that ball, he spins it, and where he needs to bowl an armor, he delivers it. Oh!
Missed opportunity for a stamping by the wicketkeeper, letting Rubanken off the mark. Balidawa bowling tight lines.
No. Hey.
That run will be purely that Mutagana keeps the strike as we come to the end of the 7th over. 49 runs on board, 4 wickets back in the dugout, and Ali Balidawa snaring his first wicket in that over.
Seeing Fahad Mutagana with Rubanga Kenny, with all the experience he has, good consultation with him. That is the beautiful scene of the forest out in here. Beautifully green, giving us the fresh air we need. And it's all happening at Florida Cricket Oval. Back in action, the non-striker Rubanga Kenny. And new bowler coming in, Mbaine gets onto the attack. Oh, missed. Fahad Mutagana
trying to create space for himself, but beaten by the turn from Baine. Coming from the highway end, Mutagana has carried this team for such a long time. He must have heavy and broad shoulders. In the 50-over league, in the Laika T20 league, and now in the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup. It is student against coach, and Mutagana picks up 2 for his troubles. The youngsters should be able to play. Again, Mutagana rocks back on his feet, trying to go for a second one. As I was saying, the youngsters shouldn't be overawed by the occasion, but believe in their skill sets and execute. That is the least that they can do.
It's good seeing the youngsters, more youngsters in this tournament are playing. This is giving them more morale to continue playing the game of cricket. Seeing themselves rubbing shoulders with the experienced players, the likes of Fahad Mutagana, Ali Balidawa, Stephen Wabose, Anas Bayig, bringing more flavor for them, and not forgetting also Yunus Sawabi, the leading wicket taker, guiding his players in the field for Njeru Worriors.
Over. Janja, take in. He's a coach.
Oh, my boy, it's still wet. The best actually is to slide from further away.
Chanja.
We are back on live. And we have Mutagana on the charge with the mighty six.
Baine komao.
Over deep square. We apologize for the loss of pictures as we experienced a power cut. But the action is back. 11 overs gone. 75 runs on board. 6 wickets down. Balidawa Ali missed an opportunity for a hat-trick. Great running in between the wickets by Fahad Mutagana, who realizes that the burden of making the runs for his team falls squarely on his shoulders. He is a man experienced in this, always carrying his team. And when he fails to perform, the team falters. So very mindful. Running twos. And the wicketkeeper misses the ball to effect a run out. Brett handing in from a Jock Francis, having an awesome day out in the field. Mbaine in the bowling attack from the highway end.
Right.
He will have to bowl that again as he's missed his lines. Mutagana will pick up one for that sweep. The ball stopped at short fine leg. Adjustments in the field to prevent those quick singles. Mbaine fields off his own bowling.
Beautifully struck by Isabire there, managing to get 2 runs. Hitting that ball over mid-on. And Sawobi runs after it, stopping it from crossing the rope.
Over.
That is what you expect from your spin bowler, drawing the man forward. And that marks the end of the 12th over. The score is 82 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Fahad Mutagana 39 in 33. Strike rate slightly above 100. Isabide keeping him company. 4 in 7 balls. And Chanja Trevor Mark comes back into the attack from the forest end.
Beautifully struck by Fahad Mutagana. Well fielded by Ali Balidawa. Stopping it from crossing the rope. Well fielded in there.
Mutagana having to deal in even numbers to maintain the strike.
Carnegie, does it go? Oh, and that's a 6. Beautifully struck by Fahad Mutagana. Captain Mukono Development. Leading at the front. Taking it 47 of 35. There is Fahad Mutagana.
I tell you, this role that is plays of a destroyer and run accumulator for his teams stands him in good stead.
Oh, beautifully struck in between, through the middle, through deep mid wicket. Another one in the consecutive boundaries of Fahad Mutagana. Well struck, bringing it to his 50 mark. Half century for Fahad Mutagana. 51 of 36. Well played, well hit.
Mutagana scoring the second 50 of this T20 tournament. The inaugural edition of the Mukono T20 Cup, brought to you by Kingsley Children's Medical Center. And in that shot, we have the ball going well above the fence and into the forest for a maximum. Mutagana playing angry and hungry for runs. A beautiful shot there, coming up in your shot. Chanja Trevor Mark guilty of a half tracker on the leg side, receiving the appropriate treatment.
Beautifully struck. Definitely. I'm cold. Fahad Mutagana. I'm the captain. I have to lead. I lead my team. I have to make sure I pile up the scores, runs onto the board to make it hard for the fielding team to come in the second innings to chase the score. More runs needed.
Mukono Development, the third team to breach the 100-run mark. And as Fahad continues in this vein of form, they might post the highest score so far in this tournament. Plenty of balls to come, and the punishment continues.
Chanja back on attack. What can he do for this? Oh, beautifully bowled. Stopped. And there, Chanja ends his second over, conceding 30 runs. End of over number 13. The score is 101 for 6. Isaurie having 4 runs in 8 balls, and Captain Fahad having 58 in 38 balls.
There has been a noticeable change in this passage of play with Mukono Development and Mutagana at the crease, stepping on the accelerator. The game seemingly running away from the Warriors. They will have to be mindful not to let them get so far away from them. And now we have Oloka Pius coming in to the attack from the highway end.
Struck up into the skies and is missed. Missed chance there. Fahad Mutagana survives again. Missed. Oh, he is cursing himself. How could he drop that? Dropping the captain.
Askaya from Mutagana, but Nuagaba Edwin unable to complete the catch and has a wry smile on his face. These two are best friends, teammates in the league, but opponents in this T20 Cup. A shy at the stumps by Wawasa missed, and Njeru Worriors guilty of losing their minds. They will need a pep talk soon and very soon. Otherwise, the freebies on offer pile up and the game runs away from them.
That was beautifully bowled by Olokapi. He gets back onto attack. Isabi on the strike. Can he defend that? Oh, well defended.
Isabi playing his role brilliantly. His keeper telling him, keep the balls out, keep your wicket, I will do the hitting. But if he gives you a bad ball, punish him. As expected, they will not take that run because Mutagana wants to retain strike. And as long as he's on strike, Mukono development are in this game. End of the 14th over, 104 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Mutagana now on 59 runs, accelerating his scoring rate, and Isabidie keeping him company. There is a bowling change from the forest end as Edwin Nuagaba, the skipper of Njeru Worriors, takes the ball to bowl the tail end overs.
Beautifully defended by Fahad Mutagana. He gets back onto strike. Back onto attack. Oh! He clicks on that. There comes the end of Fahad Mutagana, who has been punishing strongly, effectively, taking on that ball, splashing sixes all over, fours all over. There ends Fahad Mutagana.
A very interesting matchup and contest between Edwin Nuagaba and his best friend Fahad Mutagana, but with Nuagaba coming out top trumps. The ball rising up and Mutagana feathering it into the waiting hands of the wicketkeeper. He has to go, and a new batter, a new partnership will have to be started. Trying to cut the ball away, but feathers it, tickles it into the waiting hands of the wicketkeeper.
Catcher. Yes. Easy.
Mukisa off the mark, dropping the ball between
Easy.
point and scampers off for the first run.
Chance for a run out, but they didn't take it. They didn't take that chance. Comes to the wicket keeper. This is a free wicket for me. Why don't I swiftly take off the stumps?
With Nuwagaba taking up the ball to stem the run of flows. Not only has he done that, but have picked up the crucial wicket of Mutagana. And now another one of Issa Abidie. Sorry, of Mukisa, who failed to ground his foot.
2 and 2. 2 for 2. Edwin Wagaba. End of the 15th over. The score is 106 for 8. With a strike rate of 7.48. With a strike rate of 7.07. Issa Abidie having 7 runs from 13 balls. And Ian hasn't yet tickled it out there. Let's see. Newman gets onto the attack. Newman gets onto the attack with the ball.
What a catch from Ali Balidawa as he receives it, gift wrapped from Issa Abidie to end his innings and time out there in the middle. A diving effort, fully stretched.
Coming also to watch here next to the commentary area. Good to see them coming to watch. Meaning we have also developing the female players, female cricketers. Good to see the fans, female school girls coming in to also to watch the boys from their schools. This is very enticing for this tournament. It involves so many school children, school boys, and they come to face the action-packed, beautifully seeing in there the girls coming to support their boys. Female cricket, women's cricket in Uganda is developing at a high rate.
The fans are schoolmates to some of the lads playing, also continuing with their cricket education. Not only do you learn while you're out in the middle in the coaching sessions, but also coming to watch, take in tactics, watch the passages of play, watch the decisions, all that you bank into your cricket brain. Oloka continues from the highway end, and he continues to tie the batsman in knots, unable to put the ball away to trouble the scorers. And as Mutagana had stepped on the gas to put Mukono development on top, the Njeru Warriors bounce back with good spells, an opportunity, half chance, which brings us to the end of the 16th over. The runs drying up now with the danger man back in the hat. 106 runs for 9 wickets lost. Okoth and Buembo at the crease. A beautiful over from Oloka. And Edwin Nuwagaba will continue. The weather clearing up As I told you, in this region we have men who can bend nature to their will. The sweet sound of baton ball, silent in the middle. Chance offered by Buembo and gladly taken by Nwagaba. He will have to make his way up the pavilion, marking the end of the innings, the first innings, and Njeru Worriors. Nwagaba claims the last wicket in your shot, and from there, and trudges off to do the batting. This is by Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Deep End Sports Media, bringing the live pictures to you. We have a look at the batting card with Mutaga standout performer. A small contribution by Baig, 11 runs. Mutagana 59 in 42. And the rest all falling for single digits. 3 batters non troubling the scorers. And 15 extras. Precious freebies. Mukono development. 8 innings at 106 runs. And the bowling card is coming up for you. The Njeru Warriors tight and mean in their spells. Ali Balidawa, 3 runs for 3 wickets for 2 runs in his 2 overs. Picking 1 for 20 in his 2 overs. Jock Francis, 2 quick wickets in his 2nd over, ending with 2 for 10. Nwagaba Edwin, bowling tight lands, 3 overs, 3 wickets for 2 runs in 1.2 overs. 15 extras contributed to the score, but Mukono development were all out for 106 runs. Upcoming is the 2nd innings.
Batiriza. Yamesa. Omama bali alikuwa dejaze. Aya, mje.
Welcome back to the second innings. It's Mukono Development versus Njeru Worriors. Mukono Development managed to put on 106 and Njeru Worriors require 107. Is Michael Okoth as the umpire alongside Gloria Obukor. Gloria played before for the national team of Uganda just recently, and then she called up her retirement and decided to concentrate on umpiring. It's good to see more and more female umpires coming up. She is the second female umpire of Uganda. Interesting. So happy to do what she's doing. She loves umpiring. She has always been longing to do that, and chance has come for her to continue. She has been umpiring in the local leagues of Uganda. Now she's here umpiring in the Mukono T20. Starting the second innings. Well bowled, missed. Well kept by Robert Owili. Robert Owili featured in the Under-19 World Cup that took place, Under-19 World Cup qualifiers that took place in Nigeria. He was the wicket keeper for the team, bringing all his skill and talent, experience to this tournament.
Wide.
And that's the wide. Well stopped by the wicketkeeper. Back on the attack. Spears it in. Bowls it straight. Well kept by Robert Owili. Yesterday, Ogengroth bowled extremely very well, fantastically. He showed that he is one of the top-notch young bowlers coming up. Dot ball for them. There he goes and try. Well bowled, Ogengroth. Well displayed. Good comeback. Solomon, I introduce you back to the second innings. What do you take of what has happened? How did you see that wicket?
Thank you very much, Alpha. First over of the second innings. Ogenroth bowling tight lines, troubling, not getting to the pitch of the ball, and not playing straight. Mukono development will take great courage from that first wicket. Ogenroth Kenneth, their premier strike bowler, doing the job in this instance. They have to believe and play hard if they are to get their first wicket, their first win in this, with our sponsors being Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Mukono. A shout out to our patron, Dr. Peter Alele, Deep End Sports Media, broadcast partners, Mukono Cricket Community, the organizers, and of course, Cricket Uganda. In the crowd, I can see. But back to the live action. Alpha, I told you that we, residents of Chagwe, have been exposed nature to their will. Bukunja, the infamous Bukunja, not so far from this place, of men who to walk in the natural and spiritual realm. We started this morning with cloudy skies, a small drizzle, but now the skies cleared up.
Beautifully. Oh!
Opportunity dropped by Biaruhanga at mid-wicket. A diving effort, but the ball moving away from him. Good stop in the end. Another look at that. Good effort in the end. Difficult chance. Difficult chance.
Over.
Loud appeal from the bowler, but the umpire unmoved. And that's the end of the first over. Njeru Warriors have 2 runs on board for the loss of 1 wicket. Ogenroth picking up that wicket, and they will have to use the power play, all 6 runs, to be able to overhaul the 107 that they need for victory. Of course, Njeru Warriors winning their first game with a stellar performance from their captain Nwagaba, and Mukono development falling short, trying to make amends in this match. Change. We have Anas Baig coming in from the forest end to bowl and directing traffic on the field, placing his fielders where he wants them. Cover drive. The shot going for only 2. The appeals are loud and in hope, but the lads were quick in between the wickets. You have to have afterburners if you are to go for doubles,
Umpire.
the ring fielders all alert, trying to cut off those runs. A good ball from Baig, rising on the batter, and he has to take evasive action.
Let's work.
The batter being troubled by that line.
Well balled. Oh, umpire calls it a wide,
Come on, boy.
and that's Baig developing into one of those athletic kids from the time he was young. Chance for run out. Oh, there they go. They pick up one. It brings two. 7 for 2. Beautifully thrown by the cover fielder. Wow.
That is the kind of fielding that Mukono development team need. Sharp and alert, directing back to the wicket keeper. This game still in the balance, and it will take massive efforts from either team to claim the victory. 2 wickets down for Njeru Warriors. As we take a look at that, the ball back in by Berhanga in the covers. If you live dangerously, you perish to the middle for the Njeru Warriors.
What do you have to say about Slayer?
Scoreboard pressure,
The guy slays a lot.
and he has the unenviable task of rebuilding these innings for his team.
There he comes in. Last ball for Anas Baig. Let's see whether he can pick this wicket too. Balidawa, with the experience he has gotten from the under 19.
Alright.
Also joining the emerging team of Uganda. They train together with Anas Baig. Let's see who champions. There's a change in the field setting to limit him. Back in the attack. His last ball of the over. Let's see what he can do. Oh, beautifully bowled and beautifully stopped by Balidawa Ali. Ending Anas is over. Over number 1 of Anas. 6 over. End of over number 2. The score is 8 for 2. Kadu and Ali Balidawa both having no runs yet.
A pedestrian run rate of 4 per over, well below the required 5 for the Njeru Warriors. What will Kadu and Balidawa come up with a team? In the field, with the ball evading us, and Kadu Peter picks up 2. Kadu Peter, the wicketkeeper, but student of St. Cornelius, Kalagala SS, also turns out for SSC Cricket Club. Quick singles out there in the middle. Quick hands out there in the field. What a contest. Adjustments made in the field. Bearing in mind the fielding restrictions in the power play. Good in swinger from Mr. Abidie. Targeting that fourth and fifth stamp line.
Yes.
In the absence of galley and sleep, Isabide picks up a run in that area. The rotating strike.
No.
Good ball from the young man.
Over.
Easily played as well by Kadu Peter. And with that we come to the end of the third over. Njeru Warriors 12 runs for the loss of 2 wickets so far. Chasing 107 runs for victory. Exciting stuff out there. Nerves are jangling. Hopes are raised that at the end someone will have to emerge winner. Baik continues from the forest end. Sends out the long on out. Fields off his bowling. That is your first job as a bowler.
Okay.
That shot offers no return for Ali Bali Dawa.
Let's get out!
A double for his troubles. At mid-off,
Okay.
ticking the scoreboard.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Let him
The
fly.
ball hit straight back over the head of Baig. First single. That is the way they should go about their business. Take the singles and punish the bad balls when they come.
Dayo, square legal.
Baig still adjusts his field. Does he have any tricks up his sleeve?
Thank you very much, fielder.
Another dot ball.
You're walking, boys.
Chance comes in. Oh, and that is taken. A wicket for Anas Baig. And when it continues like this, when a team scores a small score, posts a small score, the other team that comes in to chase it tries to undermine it. But at the end of it all, as time goes on, you will see it becoming enormously hefty for them to chase. What was small becomes big for them to chase.
A replay of that catch. No power in that shot from Kadu Peter. And the belief in the Mukono development team will be immense. Making use of this power play and restricting the Warriors to only 15 runs so far, which brings the senior player, Ugandan international, to the crease. Wabose Stephen, very destructive batter, scores his runs quite fast. Tasked with the rebuilding job in this match. Four overs gone, 15 runs on board, and 3 wickets down.
It's a bowler change, and as the new bowler comes in, there is always a change in the fielding positions. The reason as to why they have pushed third man deep is they want to create, and he bowls it wide. That is unnecessary, needed at this moment after you posting a small score.
Ogenroth forgetting to adjust his rudder. Now that he's bowling to a left-hander. But you give out freebies, in the end they might come back to bite you. Full ball and an opportunity for a run out with a quick single, but the batter well in his crease.
That was beautifully stopped by
The action is here at the Florida Cricket Oval, Njeru, in the Mukono T20 Cup 2025, the first edition being held, organized by Mukono Cricket Community, sponsored by Kingsley Children's Medical Center in Mukono, broadcast partners Deep End Sports Media. Check out their YouTube page if you are to follow all the live action of not only cricket but all sports and tournaments. Ogan bowling extremely well, targeting the tram lines and trying to entice Wabose into feathering that ball back to the wicketkeeper Owiri. He has a very smooth run up and bowls just on. Still such a strong lad, and his future is bright.
He's having a wide chest, full. Looks a very energetic young fella. He comes in to attack, bowls it right there. Chance for run out. What a fumble. Giving them a chance to make one.
Yes, sir, yes.
The fielder unable to collect the ball first time, gifting Wabose a run.
Are they full? Smash up inside. Call it.
I am surprised that Edwin Nwagaba has dropped down the order, but I guess that is due to the quick wickets that have fallen. And the appeals are loud with the ball wrapping
You see what I've told
Kadu's
you? I can't look at
pads.
it even if I can't see. That's exactly what I was trying to
Leg by. The bats noticeably silent due to the tight lines from this young man, Kenny Ogenroth.
There's a fielding change coming up. And bringing it close, not allow him to get a single. Back on the attack. He bowls it right. Chance for run out in there. It was a slow reaction. Utilize the chances gotten. Pick the ball first time. Throw it to the wicket keeper. Chance comes in once. And wicket keeper sweeps. Swiftly takes down the wickets. And you will be able to get a run out there.
5 overs down in the second innings. 20 runs on board for the Njeru Warriors, losing 3 wickets in the process. Their run rate is 4.
Thank you.
Wabose Stephen and Matovu Eric at the crease. Anais Baig, Ugandan under-19 international, continues from the forest end. The weather clearing up. Mild temperatures out there. Quite different from the hot blazing sun we had yesterday. Baig continued to make the changes in the field. Having boundary riders. Deep mid wicket, long on. Oh, the young man puts in a despairing dive to try and keep that ball within the confines of the rope. But the ball winning that race for a boundary. Surprisingly enough, Baig had just moved long off to long on. A quick one in from Berhanga to the wicket keeper, who does a splendid job. Great placement from Ali Balidawa. Sorry, the graphics might display Matov Eric and Kadu Peter, but the 2 batters at the crease are Balidawa Ali and Steve Wabose. Some of the school children, the students coming in to catch the action from Florida Cricket Oval. with their mates playing out there in the middle
Yes, Anas, yes,
and
Anas,
in
yes,
this
Anas.
tournament. This is match day 3 and this is game 1.
Oh, yeah.
Njeru Warriors against Mukono
Tell your
Development.
guys, tell your guys.
By it completes is over, bringing us to the end of the power play. 26 runs. A look at that missed opportunity and the boundary, that despairing dive.
That was a good dive. It looked like he was a goalie keeper trying to get the ball from crossing the goal. Oh, beautifully displayed in there. Well bowling. Anas Baik. Change of bowler and change of the field setup.
Fahad Mutagana comes into the attack from the highway end, looking forward to his variety, the quicker balls, the slower turners, quietly turning out into a mystery spinner.
That's the end of the power play. Now this is the chance and time for them to spread out the fielders. They did capitalize when the two fielders were out, but now
the appeal is loud and hopeful from Mutagana Fahad, but umpire Michael Koth unmoved. The ball pitching outside of leg stump. Skyer straight up to Biarhanga at mid-off, and Mutagana picks his first wicket. They are back in this game, fighting hard, so that they might have their first victory and points. The ball straight down to mid-off. Biarhanga takes the catch. Another angle. Slower ball. The ball turning as well. Trying to hit the ball against the turn. And Balidawa Ali has to perish and make his return. The captain gearing up his troops, offering words of encouragement and counsel. I believe he must have told them, we are still in this game. We need to keep fighting. And that brings the conference of the eggheads continues. Mutagana hiding the ball from the batter that they will not predict what ball is going to bowl. Great stuff, great stuff. Good cricket head. And now we have a very exciting matchup. While Nuwagaba was bowling, he managed to pick up the wicket of Mutagana. But the roles are reversed, with Mutagana now with ball in hand, and Nuwagaba with the whip, the bat in his hand. These two train together, and both for future for Mukono development in the cricket leagues. But right now, on opposing sides, Nuwagaba able to guide the ball with a cut shot just to backward point to get off the mark.
that was a splendid, fantastic late cut shot. He guided it in very fast, swiftly. It got a nip in there over the head of the nip in there on the ground over the head of the fielder, managing them to get only one run. Fahad Mutagana, captain, gets the ball on the attack, bowls it straight in the Stephen Wabose tickles it for 1.
Mutagana unhappy with his fielder not moving in to prevent the quick single. The ring fielders will have to be quite alert as they posted a small total. Nuwagaba continuing to play his drop and run. Quick between the wickets. Well, the saying goes that why score a single when you can hit a 6? Nuwagaba operating in singles at the moment.
1 + 1 piles up. And there you go. That's an extra one. A very huge one in this ball. 4 runs there. Wide 4. And making it 5 runs from that ball.
Mutagana has that quicker ball, but this time his line down the leg missed by the wicketkeeper Owiri for a resultant boundary. He adjusts beautifully, and with that coming to the end of the 7th over, 34 runs for the Njeru Warriors, but losing 4 wickets in the process. Stephen Wabose and Edwin Nuwagaba with a rebuilding job. Mutagana able to pick a wicket in his first over, which has cost 8 runs.
Beautifully displayed there. Good to see Captain Wagaba getting in there, ready for it. He's on strike now. He takes his guard and seeing change of bowler. Anas Baig gets back to bowl his 4th over. Let's see how he ends his spell.
Making adjustment as he goes. He's bowled a tight spell, but bowls it at the feet of Wabose.
Thank you.
Sorry, Nuwagaba, who puts him away. I told you, Alpha, I think I should print a big signpost which says, "You ball at my feet, all bowling at a batter's feet comes with punishment."
All batters nowadays, they wait for that ball that is pitched to their feet and they take you on. Tico 2 mid-wicket, but couldn't afford to take one there. Strong fielding from Biaruhanga. Well in, boy. Back on the attack. There's Wabose. Still tickles it in. Well fielded from Biaruhanga.
The ring fielders being quite alert because these two are known to be quick between the wickets. So, moving in with the bowler, clean pickups, and the ball back into the wicketkeeper. Now I understand why he's been bowling that line. Good bowling from Anais Baig, trying to complete his allotted 4 overs. Good lines. The appeal is loud, and the umpire concurs with the young man to exuberant joy that he finally gets reward for his effort. Wabose adjudged LBW guilty of using his feet rather than his bat. He will have to take the long walk back up the pavilion. And yes, Mukono development tightening the screws. Njeru Warriors unable to find answers. 5 wickets lost, but only 35 posted. chasing 107 runs. Another look at that. Playing late and missing. The ball wrapping his pads. Umpire agreeing. You need to take that walk. Which brings Yunus Sawabi, Ugandan under 19 international, member of the high performance emerging team, seasoned campaigner, into the middle. The umpire saying that Wabose, oh yes, plumb. No doubt about that. Exciting, exciting scenes out in the middle. The pictures excellently brought to you by Deep End Sports Media.
Some good shots here.
Watch their YouTube channel, Deep End Sports TV. The cries are loud. But Sawabi in his crease, bringing us to the end of the 8th over. 35 runs and 5 wickets down. 2 wickets for a nice bag for 16 runs in his allotted overs. Brilliant bowling from the young man. The loud appeals turned down by umpire Michael Okoth. A great spell from Baig Anas. Fahad Mutagana continues from the highway end. Florida Cricket Oval is located in Ziba and Njeru, right on the highway, just past Njeru, sandwiched between Njeru and Buikwe. Deep in the Chagwe valleys. Back to the live action. Yesterday Nwagaba played the cut shot brilliantly in his magnificent 38 as its team managed to overhaul the Titans. Plays off his feet for 1 to mid-wicket. Very interesting matchup between the very good friends.
Now on strike, Sawabi Yunus. He gets in there. Fahad Mutagana on the attack. Oh! He clicks that, but it goes through, and they manage to get only 1 run there. Splendid bowling coming from Fahad Mutagana, captain, Mukono Development. He has displayed excellent performance with the team, and now he's back on the attack. Oh, beautifully struck by Edwin Wagaba, but only manages to get 1 off that.
Mutagana, a very fierce competitor. The batsman not ready, marshalling his troops always, expecting excellence in the field and effort. A swing and a miss from Sawabi. Mutagana brewing. Guilty of straying down the leg side. For a freebie. but you usually expect that from mystery bowlers with their variations, trying to work out the batters. Quicker ball, still adjudged to be wide, releasing all the pressure he had built up in his first 4 balls. That is the ball, young man.
Over.
And with that marks the end of the 9th over. 41 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Nuagaba Edwin and Sowabi Yunus doing the rebuilding job. Strike rate below the required 5, just at 4.56. If Njeru Warriors are to overhaul 107 runs for victory, for their second victory in this tournament. The Mukono development team fighting and fighting hard, having lost yesterday to the Buvuma Sailors, that they can notch 3 points on the logs table for their first victory. Njeru Warriors having won the toss and putting in Mukono development team to bat first, posting 107 runs, which they are trying to defend now and doing a great job at that. There is a bowling change from the Forest end with Mukisa coming into the attack.
There Mukisa comes into the attack. Struck by Yunus Sowobi, but only manages to get 1 run in there.
I will tell you that yesterday Sowobi fell to a similar shot, playing at a ball wide of the crease and offering a tame catch to backward point. This time round he gets away with it. Mukisa keeping Nuagaba very watchful. A drop and run single. Umpire Gloria Obukol having to rearrange the furniture due to a direct hit from the field. Alpha, the captain might have to be brave for some of these balls and overs, bringing his fielders in closer and closer to cut off that single from the drop and run from the 2 batters in the middle.
At this stage, the way it looks like, even the batters are doing their best, making sure they drop the ball there and run. As they do that, they bring them closer, and then 1 ball comes in, they will strike it over them and manage to get a big one out of that.
T20 cricket being such fast-paced, if you miss a trick, by the time you wake up, the train might have already left the station. So for 1 or 2 balls, if you can put it into the minds of the batters that there are no free runs, there are no quick singles, there are no drop and run opportunities, then you continue to create pressure. But the drop and run always relieves pressure for the batters. And with that, we have come to the halfway mark of the second innings. 10 overs gone, 46 runs and 5 wickets lost for the Njeru Warriors.
At this rate, I see the run rate reducing getting smaller and smaller for them to make sure they get their target.
It's a weekend of action-packed cricket from Florida Cricket Oval in the Mukono T20 Cup, first edition. Come down to support your team. Come down to enjoy your weekend and see what Mukono cricket community is cooking. This year, Mukono cricket community partnering with the SSC Cricket Club and then also having their own development team participating in the leagues. That will go for 4. A wider ball cut away by Yunus Sowobi. That is the dugout for the Njeru Warriors. Worried, contemplating if victory is achievable.
Ball comes in. The young bowler needs to be talked to. One of the seniors needs to come in and talk to the young bowler on what to do, what to display. Because Sowobi Yunus, experienced player, experienced bowler, experienced batter, he's on the wicket. He is so strong, he can be explosive sometimes.
The young man guilty of gripping that ball hard that it is unable to come out of his hands. Bowling a wide half tracker. He will have to be reminded that runs that they posted with freebies will easily be overrun. Better line. And Sowobi pushes hard. Nwagaba is quick between the wickets. Umpire taking evasive action. And the ball backed up well by the skipper himself.
Beautifully thrown. Handed it in by Anas Baik. He's too athletic, like how his dad, the former captain of the Uganda national team, Akbal Baik. Good display there. Good tackling there. One down there by Sowobi. Topping up on his score. Sowobi having 11 now.
Sowobi telling the bowler, you will not injecting me and playing off his pad, thigh guard. For down. Missed by Owidi Robert behind the stumps. And they run for 2. Rising ball. Yes, Nwagaba loves the cut shot. But so he presents opportunities. The skipper would be wise to make that a no-fly zone. I would put a gully, probably a slip and gully, to cut off that area for Nwagaba.
Captain Edwin Nwagaba back on strike. Then that's a white ball. Let the white ball go. Why are you going in there? Why are you stepping in to hit that ball? Chances are you must nick it and you get caught. Then you realize later, why did I go for it? Let it go.
Sometimes we say that no risk, no reward. Batters often enticed by the wider balls, knowing that all they have to do is strike it well, that it will go for the boundary. With the senior players all out as boundary riders, there are very few people to speak to the young man to adjust his lines. That role might have to fall to the wicket keeper. Show the young man the lines he should be bowling, not to get overwhelmed by the situation, but to calm down his nerves, execute his skill set, and everything will be fine. A return catch over his head, but unable to find the boundary. But welcome relief for the bowler, having been, and we have an accident out there in the middle. The return ball striking the fielder, and the umpires come and converge for the welfare check. The medical personnel running onto the pitch. Safety comes first as we have a beautiful shot of the trees. You cannot believe the breeze that is blowing in this amphitheater of an oval, with the pavilions raised up and the pitch below ground level. A beautiful, beautiful oval right here in Njeru, off the Njeru Road. The match poised with Njeru Warriors at 61 runs for 5 wickets. The umpires ensuring that the fielder is okay to continue, or if a substitute needs to come on. Player safety very, very paramount,
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go.
and that it takes priority. Usually when somebody is struck, while they bear the agony and the pain, you cannot help but sometimes have a chuckle at that. And we are good to go once again. Nuagaba Edwin facing Isabidie from the highway end. Oh!
Over.
Beautiful ball. Nuagaba caught in between defending and playing that ball. And that marks the end of the 11th over. So Obi Yunus 11 in 9. Nuagaba Edwin 11 in 12. But the score for Njeru Warriors stands at 60 for the loss of 5. 9 overs to come, with the contest not yet tilted in any team's favor. They will have to keep working and working hard to see their teams over the line. Welcome back, Alpha.
Beautifully, beautifully. It's a beautiful day. Sun is out. Weather is good now for action-packed cricket. Back on the attack from the forest end. Ogengroth, he pulls it in. And Yunus Obi misses that, wanting to despise the young man. But the young man says, I will take you on. Whether you are talented, you got lots of experience. I'm new, but I need your wicket. That will be a blessing to me. It will motivate me when I get you. Now here I come on attack. He comes in attack. Oh, and again he misses it. Misses that Sowobi. And that's another dot ball for him. I'm imagining what is going into the head of Yunus Sawobi, experienced young boy in playing in the emerging of Uganda A. Beautifully there. Good display by the young boy. There he comes in, spears it in, and how? Whoa! At last, the man wins the battle. He gets Yunus Sawobi out. LBW spears it in. If he had missed, who knows what would have happened? But he says, I worked hard for it. That's the reason that's why I'm on this team. I'm here to bowl, pick wickets, add on my wicket taking, and fighting to get to the Uganda Under 19. Beautifully displayed by the young man.
That is what you expect from your bowler, your strike bowler. With a change of ends, Ogenrod troubling Yunus Sawobi, playing and missing at the first two balls, creating pressure, and then adjusting his line right into the wickets. Quick for Sawobi, ball wrapping his pads, and he has to depart, leg before wicket. Sixth wicket for the Njeru Warriors falling with 60 runs on board. This match having twists and turns.
It's now more pressure, more drama on Team Njeru Warriors.
A look at the stands will show you that the crowds are trickling in, coming to watch the cricket here at Florida Cricket Oval. A beautiful day finally, with the weather clearing up, but again Roth back in action.
Oh, no run, no run, no run, no run.
The cheers and shouts back in the throats of the Mukono development team, knowing that they have an opportunity to squeeze further than Njeru Warriors and notch their first win. All that Mitali Ethan can do is punch the ball to the man in covers, plus there specifically for that roll. Runs are at a premium, and you will have to dig deep if you have to have any. Brilliant lines from Egenroth. A wicket maiden over from Ogenrod Kenneth. Snaring 2 wickets so far. 60 runs on board for the Njeru Warriors, losing 6 wickets in the process. Nwagaba Edwin still at the crease. Mitali Ethan joins him, and Fahad Mutagana comes back into the attack. The squeeze is on. Nwagaba remaining still. Slapped. Biaruhanga fills that back in. Mitali living dangerously, and inside edge that misses his wicket. And the encouragement comes in from the stands to Mitali. But we continue with this contest between Mutagana and Nwagaba. He jots in a wider one, knowing that he loves the cut shot, but unable to make contact. The fielder guilty for a lack of effort. A skier from Nwagaba, none taken in the Gully region. Exciting stuff out there. Mentally unable to read that ball. But Mutagana misses the stumps, bringing us to a close of the 13th over.
End of the 13th over. The score is 63 for 6. Nwagaba Edwin 13 in 16 balls. Then Mitali having 1 in 6 balls. Fahad Mutagana, the captain, ending his spell with 17 for 1. Beautifully, the sun is out. Ready for action-packed. Lots of cricket coming up your way. Look at the beauty of the ground. The overhead, everything, the area view of the ground, very beautiful. And there he comes back from the forest end. Ogengworth gets the ball, back on the attack. Can he stand his nerves? Spears it. Chance in there. Oh, what a miscommunication in there. Delay in throwing the ball. Blaming each other.
A miscommunication from the boundary rider and the man in covers. But blame would go to the boundary rider as the ball was coming directly to him, with Biarohanga at point having to turn. Opportunity. Njeru Warriors almost needing 6 per over. Another opportunity taken by Anas Baig at long off. Nwagaba Edwin falling to his charge. Oganrod Kenneth. Baig being congratulated by his teammates for a job well done, getting rid of the dangerous Nwagaba. Marking 7 wickets down. The joy is immense out there for the Mukono development, as they can sense and smell victory. If they hold their nerve, they will be able to defend their total. Another look at that. The ball hit to Baig at long off. Great stuff all around.
Solid performance displayed, and good glued hands from Anas Baig. Beautifully taken. Celebrations. More drama in action in here. Everyone is enjoying it. Seeing the field full of enjoyment by the players. It's all happening right now. New batter on strike. Ogenworth back on the attack. Spears it in. Can he get another turn? Oh, that is missed. Well kept by the wicket keeper. Back to the bowler. Good display. And if we have this, they don't need to let the team flow. Once you get one team, squeeze it tight. Continue squeezing them until it's all done.
1 brings 2, as we all know in cricket.
Oh, no run.
On the boundary. He's the first line of defense, but seemingly forgetting. Trying to complete his allotted overs and doing maximum damage. And that is what you require from your strike bowler. Excellent figures so far. Will he add to his tally of 3 wickets? The sun is out blazing to add to the drama out there in the middle. Tired feet, tired minds. And a very good over completed by Ogenroth Kenneth, conceding only 4 runs but picking up a valuable wicket, ending his 4-over spell conceding only 10 runs but picking up 3 wickets. End of the 14th over, 6 or 7 runs on board for the Njeru Warriors, losing 7 in the process. Always when new batters come to the crease, it is a rebuilding job that they need to get in fast. But we are in the tail end of this contest and they will have to up sticks. Otherwise, this game is running away from the Njeru Warriors. 40 runs needed of 36 balls, with the scoring, the required rate just above 6. Here we go again.
Struck well, diverted in between point and short covers. They only managed to get 1 run in there. Mitala on strike. Well fielded. Couldn't manage to get that one through this time.
Dot ball pressure, scoreboard pressure, as Mukisa bowls his tight lines.
Right.
And Mitali swings in anger, but unable to make any connection. That is what the captain requires from this young lad. To hold his nerve, execute, trust your fielders. Very good ball in, Yoka, but dug out by Mitali. They will not mind the singles as the required rate will keep going up. Njeru Warriors in a spot of bother, needing someone to put their hand up. But Mukono development quietly going about their business, knowing that victory is at the end of their hard work.
When you look at the fielding structure for Mukono development, beautifully stopped by the young man in there in covers. Very good. When you look at the fielding structure for Mukono development, most of all the senior players are outside the 30-yard. Decided to put the youngsters in the 30 yards. And
Over.
chance came in there, but his leg was in the crease.
Very beautiful glove work from Robert Owiri behind the stumps. Under 19 international. Yes, the youngsters given the role of ring fielders with the experienced hands as boundary riders. But the youngsters equal to the task, bringing a bowling change from the forest end. 15 overs gone, 70 runs on board for the loss of 7 wickets. Njeru Warriors requiring 37 runs from 30 balls rather. The match poised on a knife's edge. With twisting, awarding it to Mukono development, but also turning might bring it into Njeru's favor. A swing and a miss from Chanja Trevor Mark. Chanja played well yesterday, building a good partnership with his captain Nwagaba Edwin to see his side home. Will he do the same today? Playing the ball onto his foot as he tries to maneuver it onto the onside. Pressure and more pressure building. They say that pressure creates diamonds, and these are the future of Ugandan cricket. Beautifully struck by Chanja Trevor Mark for a single.
Isabire back on attack. He posed it right in there, but it's tickled down the leg side, managing to go. 2 runs there for themselves, and there's a fumble.
Great effort from Roberto Widi, realizing that they don't have a fine leg and having to take chase of the ball, restricting the batters to only 2 runs. Great stuff. Plenty of cricket happening this weekend in Uganda. That chase is all in vain, but rather to collect that ball from the boundary as a full toss is punished by Mitali Ethan. Wide and full, receiving the treatment. Boundaries really pressure, but that final ball, Mitali Ethan unable to throw it, to take it away. 16 overs down, 77 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. 30 required by the Njeru Warriors in the remaining 24 balls.
Isabire ends his spell of 3 overs, conceding 25 runs for no wickets. Change, new bowler coming in, new bowler change. That is Fahad Mtagana, the captain, changing the field, bringing the field closer and pushing 4 out of the 30.
This match being totally unpredictable, just like the weather. Once you have blazing sun, and then in another flash, cloudy skies. Fahad Mutagana bowling in the death overs, having reserved 1 to do this job. Good shot from Mitali Ethan, Receiving one. Too long on. They need boundaries. Body and soul out there in the middle. Because apart from that, then you'll have to fetch that ball from the boundary. Now we're through. Mutagana asking the questions. Chanja trying to find the answers. Stamping opportunity, but his leg grounded fully in his crease.
Over.
And Mutagana quickly goes through his over to bring an end to his allotted 4, conceding only 2 in the last over, but in total conceding 19 and picking up 1 wicket in his allotted 4. 17 overs gone, 79 runs on board with 7 wickets back in the dugout. Njeru Warriors, who won the toss but put in Mukono development, trying to chase 107 runs with 3 overs, all 18 balls remaining. Required is 38, which will bring it to about 10. The scoring rate needed being just past 10 per over.
There gets a bowling change on the attack. Bows it right in there. Well defended by the young man. 2, mid on and fielded. The young man walking to his run up, ready to turn and bowl it. It's happening here right now. He spears it in, and it's flicked over. Can it reach 4? Well fielded by, well chased by the wicketkeeper. Good effort from the wicketkeeper, throwing it back, limiting them from going more than 2 runs, only letting them go for 2.
The wicketkeeper will be angry with the bowler as he's making him field in 2 positions without having a fine leg. Every ball bowled and played to that region has O'Willie Robert chasing leather, but doing a commendable job. Isabidie in his final spell. 2 balls so far and 2 runs. The required rate being just slightly above 10. But throughout the match, Njeru Warriors scoring at 4 and 5. Will they have enough in the end? I told you, Alpha, either there has to be an adjustment from the bowler, or the captain will have to realize that he needs a fine leg, as Isabidie continues to bowl at the legs of the batter, and the batters obliging by playing in that region. The fielding change finally made. So does that mean that he's not going to change his line?
Still has changed the line. He had to keep it up because already had put someone there at long on. Let's see what happens in this ball coming up. Oh, chance there, but lazily fielded by the young man.
It is only 1 run for that shot.
Red stop.
So no harm, no foul from the fielder.
Thank you, umpire.
Njeru Warriors needing boundaries, but dealing in singles. Isabidye J. Chanja Trevor Mark, unable to find the answers to put that ball away, bringing us to the end of the 18th over. Isabidye J completing his allotted 4 overs, conceding 30 and picking up no wicket, but still doing a fine job for his captain. The score stands at 84 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. 12 balls to go and 23 runs required.
Seeing the fans coming up, the crowd is growing. Seeing them seated below the chairman's stand, and also other fans and the crowd having their meals at the chairman's stands. Beautifully good entertainment coming our way. Action packed. A lot of drama happening on here. Beautifully bowled and missed there.
Mukisa back into the attack with Mitali missing out. If they are to step on the gas, now is the time for Njeru Warriors. Such strokes will not do and will have you ruin your chances and opportunities at the end of this match. The young man has to be brave and fearless and wield that blade.
White.
Mukisa making that cardinal sin of giving freebies in a tight match.
Chance comes in there. Oh, what a delay in coming in. Walking in to get that.
The ball confidently played about mid-off. Soon Njeru Warriors will need miracles if in their own effort they cannot score runs. Mukisa tight in the penultimate over, and the hash is over the oval. No one moving. Mukisa bowling at the legs, having not read my warning sign about not bowling at the leg at the batters.
We go there and finish there.
That was beautifully displayed.
And that marks the end of this match. Mukono Development managing to hold their nerve and winning by 19 runs. Scored 106 for the loss of 10. But Njeru Warriors unable to overhaul that mark, only managing 87 in their allotted 19, losing 7 wickets in the process. The batting card.
Looking at the batting card, good performance, good display coming of Njeru Warriors. Nwagaba displaying double figures, and Sowobi. Nwagaba having 15, then Sowobi Yunus 11. Those were the double figures of Njeru. Putting there also Mitali Ethan 16, the young fella topping that in 24 balls, making them put up 87 for 7 in the allotted 19 overs played this morning. And for Mukono Development, they are bowling. Gets in there, 4 overs. That is again Roth Kenneth picking 3 wickets, having an economy of 2.5. And then comes in and Nasbaik completing his spell of 4 overs, 16 runs, picking 2 wickets with an economy of 4. Then Fahad Mutagana comes and bowls all the 4 overs, being struck 19 runs, managing to pick 1 wicket. And there is the match summary. Top performances coming from Fahad Mutagana, 59 in 42 balls. Double figures in there, Baik Akbar 11 and then Charles 7. It comes to Njeru batting 16 runs, that is Ethan 24 balls, and Edwin Wagaba going in also with 15, not forgetting Yunus Sawabi 11. Mukono Development wins by 19 runs. Table standing, Lugazi Trekkers still on 3 points. Buvuma Sailors, Buyikwe Gladiators, Mukono Development, Njeru Worriors all having 3 points respectively. There comes the end of the innings, end of the game. Let me take you to the post-match review. We shall be back.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After a very exciting match between the Njeru Warriors and the Mukono Development, with Mukono Development managing to win by 40 runs, here is the post-match presentation with me, Solomon Luwamachigozi. I'm going to call the skippers. First, Nwagaba to come. Commiserations to you. You won the toss this morning, putting the development side to bat, but unable to achieve victory.
On Wednesday, and I will try to ensure that we can beat them. Which one?
Thank you very much, and commiserations once again. And now I'll have the winning captain, Fahad Mutagana. You were put into bat, managed 107, a few starters, but you held your nerve. What insight could you give us that has helped you to achieve victory?
As you saw earlier on, our team tried to play a spot on match, but then we fell short of a wicket, the first wicket. So we tried to play a catch-up game. All our batsmen came out in a rush way, but then when I came inside, I thought about how we wanted to go, and then our plan was basically to put a good score that we can defend. And basically, though we saw that we managed to defend once we wanted to score at least 200 or 180.
Yes, this match was evenly poised, and I think you dug deep, and congratulations once again. Also, I will ask you to stay as you're the man of the match. I'm going to ask umpire Gloria Okol to come and present the award and to Fahad Mutagana. Well done, Fahad, and congratulations, Mukono Development. Over to you guys.
Vai kumanya sura. I have good leg.